Guys, I just started coming at you with some more Pokemon content. Today is going to be a pretty short video. This is going to be the power rankings video, and I'm also going to throw in the transaction video as there was only one this week. Since this video will be so short, I probably won't even do the thing where I overlay footage, just because, again, I don't think this will take too long. So just to lead things off really quick, I do just want to go over the one transaction that happened this week. It was actually probably, it could make a lot of noise, throughout the season, just because I think this is a good pick. If we do see the John Jackson Sucks decided to drop Gliscor and pick up Clefable. I think this is a good pick. I think, honestly, Clefable should maybe be tier 1. I dropped him to tier 2 simply because he had never really performed that well in like the GBA before this season, even though he has been tier 1 for a while now. He just never lived up to hype, so I was like, well, let's drop him to tier 2 and just see what happens. Nobody picked him up until now, so I am looking forward to seeing how this does. He does drop a Defogger, but Gliscor pretty much never wants to run Defog anyways, because if it runs Defog, it cannot run Poison Heal. Plus, Clefable can still do Stealth Rocks. Clefable can do a lot of things. Has a giant move pool. Can set up. Can just be like a support. This also gives him a Fairy, which I think is kind of big game. This helps him a lot against like dragons, like big dragons. Obviously. Yeah, I think this is a very good pick. Is there anything else I feel the need to say about it? I don't think so. I like the pick a lot. Again, I think Clefable could be a tier 1 even. So, yeah, we'll see what he can do with it. This is also kind of the theme of this team, even though as of late he has been kind of on a cold streak, is just its flexibility. You see the Infernape and the Mew at least just jump out to me as they can do just about anything. And Clefable kind of joins in that. So if he's able to utilize, I think, just all these mons to their potential, he could really do a lot of work. All right, so we'll go ahead and just start off. Same thing as we always do, 6 through 1. Coming in at number 6, we're going to go ahead and do Team Instinct. He's 0-2 right now. He lost to Zacatec this week in a fairly close game, though he didn't have quite enough to answer the lone Celebi in the back. Spoiler alert, I guess. If you have not seen that video, he's playing okay. I don't know. He's just got the short end of the stick. He made some interesting plays last week, yeah, we'll see if he can bounce back. Coming in at number 5, we're just going to go ahead and go with the Orlando Magikarp, simply because, again, they kind of have been. They're 0-2. They had a bye though, so maybe he'll come back, ready to go this next week, and put in some work. Again, nothing really to say about him because literally nothing has happened for him since the last time we did the power rankings. Number 4, I'm going to go ahead and go with John Jackson Sucks. Actually, I do like this pick a lot, but he is 1-2. He started out 1-0 and has kind of just fallen a little bit. He started off 1-0 and then has lost his last 2. I do think this Clefable might help him. I could easily see him still making a run for the playoffs, just based on the fact that he, just based off the fact that he, I don't know, I really like his team. Very flexible. I think this week, honestly, the thing that got him was he just tried to get a little too cute. I don't think he tried to do Trick Room just because he was worried about the opponent's speed, but I think he could have been fine if he just would have played the game straight up instead of trying to set up Trick Rooms all over the place. So that is number 5? No, 4. So then coming in at number 3, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Zacatec's. He played well. He played a lot better this week. He ended up getting the W. Again, only a second game, so he's one of those people we don't have quite as large of a sample size for, but he did win it. He brought a pretty good team. He hasn't made any transactions. I liked that he was able to finally use Celebi as a setup sweeper. He tried to do that last week, and it didn't, or his first week, and it didn't really work out. Even the Gyarados was able to, I think, pick up 1 or 2 kills. I picked up 2 kills this week, which, again, it's just... He's doing some work. He brought Mega Sharpedo, who again didn't do anything. It just pretty much got stonewalled no matter what by that Ferrothorn, but what are you going to do? Also, he needs to work on utilizing his Skarmory better. He switched into a Volcanion, which I have no idea what compelled him to switch it into a Volcanion, but don't ever switch your Skarmory into a Volcanion. It will not work out ever. Chansey, too, just a quick note on Chansey. He used that a lot better this week. I would have liked to see maybe like Heal Bell on it or something, or just I don't know. He needs to switch it around more. Sometimes he stays in too long. Like don't keep it in against that wall. That's the reason it died. I know he didn't really have any great answers to it, but I don't know. I think he could. And also don't let it get knocked off. He left it in against a Donphan and took a knockoff, which is absolutely like super important. You do not let that happen. That leaves us with our top two coming in. At number 2, we see the Oklahoma City Thunderous. He did lose this last week, but again, I think his team's good. I think I don't know. He lost really early last week, but he lost to one of the better teams, and he I don't know. I still think his team's okay. I'm a little worried about his. Again, I don't know. I'm worried about his ability to remove rocks. He still just does not have a way to do that reliably and consistently. He has Salamence, which he actually did bring last time to get rid of rocks, but Salamence really just wants to hit things hard. It does not want to sit there and waste time defogging rocks. And then again, the Sand Slash, but he doesn't probably want to bring that consistently. That's our number 2. And then lastly, our only undefeated player. Sorry, I went to the wrong person. Dizzy Falcon. He's 3-0. He made some pickups this week. They both did pretty well. Now, the Talonflame actually listed as no kills, but it did like a kill and a half worth of damage. It nearly took out Mew, and it nearly took out the Gliscor. It did a lot of damage. What else? The other thing, Galley did a lot of work this week. He was able to make it. It really, I would say, it kind of was the reason he won. His opponent just did not have an answer for it, which is a stark contrast to his Mega Sceptile, who pretty much had just came in and died every time it had been used in the past. So it's nice to see him getting a little more use out of his Mega. Still, I would like to see a little bit of variety in what he chooses to bring. He's pretty much brought the same 6. I mean, I guess that's not true because he made this switch, but I don't know. I'd like to see him bring. I'm sure there are matchups, especially like some of these mons. Okay, Butterfree and Duga are going to be hard to find matchups for, but like even something like Heliolisk, Rhyperior, Houndoom, I could see all of these Pokemon having uses, at different points during the season. Lastly, again, just like we did last week, I just want to talk about the awards. Here we have the top 5 offensive and top 5 defensive MVP. Coming in at number 5 is actually a team. Someone pointed out to me that I should have this not be a player, but since he dropped Weavile, but again, I left it on there. I just think I don't know. I think it's fine to know kind of who had it though. So Weavile coming in at number 5. We see Haxorus on the Magikarp. Still, he actually has only got 1 kill since week 1, but still sitting up on top. The Pikas send Arcanine and Garchomp to the top 5, and then lastly Dizzy Falcon again with the Keldeo with the 7 kills. Just absolutely been on a tear. 7 kills in 3 weeks is great. Nothing else really to say about that. And then here we move over to the defensive MVP. We have number 5, the Arcanine, taking 11 hits, only got 2 deaths. You'll notice I think this is the only Pokemon actually in both offensive and defensive top 5. The Dizzy Falcon is up here as well with the Rotom-Wash, who's done a ton of work. And then Zack Attack, actually, the Celebi took, I think, 1 hit last week and 12 this week. So, put in a lot of work. Just kind of gotten a little bit of a stall war, which kind of skewed some of these stats because of him and the Ferrothorn. Basically just got into a big stall war at the end of the game. Celebi obviously coming out on top, but yeah. And then again, Zack Attack again here with the chance. He took 15 hits this week to put it up to 17 for the week. Just took a lot of beating this week. Again, same thing. Got into a Ferrothorn stall war, and really, I took 15 hits. And then lastly, and number 1 here actually, who has only actually been to 1 week, is this Ferrothorn. He took 17 hits before going down. Just an absolute monster last week. Unfortunately, could not get the win for his team, but what are you going to do? I definitely say he did his part. that is it, guys. That is going to be it for this power rankings / transaction video. Hope you enjoyed and have a good one.